This is IBM Museum, and behind me on the bench I have a few items out. I'm going through and preparing for an upcoming video. The boards here on my bench are from the PS2 Model 56 and 57. There's some varying levels. I've had a prior video showing the differences between those models. I think I may have even had the planars out and kind of went through them, showing them as well. On this front row I have the 8500 series, the planar with the 386SX, and the planar with the 386 SLC CPU. And then on each of the planars, I have the next step up. So this actually has the same effective CPU that this planar does. The 386 SLC planar has a CPU daughter card that is the 46 SLC2, which on the back row, the 9500 series planars, here's the planar with the 46 SLC2, and it has a CPU upgrade for the 46 SLC3, which is on this planar. And this doesn't have any applicable CPU daughter cards that would be placed on this final planar. I mean, that's the highest level you can go. The highest CPU daughter card is this 46 SLC3. But it got me thinking, I mean, just going through and working with, the initial test will be using the 386SX planar and going through getting a base reading for it, and then going through and shifting through the CPU daughter cards that all fit, of course, on this planar as well in that upgrade socket, and seeing what levels that they go through and improve performance as it is, stepping through that. I'll go through, and whether it's in the same video or another one, I'll go through and test this planar with the 386 SLC just to see if it compares to the level that of the planar that has that 386 SLC soldered right into the planar. And then I can go through, once I get the performance of how these daughter cards for the 46 SLC2 and 46 SLC3 perform, I can see how those would compare to the planars that those are on. And it is clocked at a lower rate on these planars. I'll take all of that into account. Just some real standard benchmarking utilities that I can go through. Now, I haven't decided whether I'm going to have them kind of benched out this way, just have the cardboard backing, have a power supply. I'd probably like to do it a little bit more in a case. I think the 85, the Model 56 case, I think is just a little bit too tight. You know, maybe something like in my industrial system, or the size of the Model 57, just allowing enough room to view and allowing me to move the planars in and out on that unit, I think will do good. And it won't be too challenging for just on that initial video of just shifting the CPU daughter cards. And I've got to go through, I'll probably do a little bit of cleaning on these boards. Some are just a little bit, I've got questions on them, and go through and check them out a little bit. I think I even have a 386SX planar in a unit somewhere and just got to pull it out. Probably is a good test platform for those. There'll be some technical details I'll go over at that time as well. Some of the stuff that's coming up to light that I think is kind of interesting, that I'll get into with those videos. But I just thought I'd give a little bit of a preview of what is planned for that video. And that's a step back into a little bit of the more the computer topic than what I've been on recently with the IBM mid-range systems and terminals and things like that. So we'll get back into a little bit of a focus on the computers for these particular videos, and I think we'll have a fun time with it. So if you enjoyed the announcement, go ahead and click on that like button to the video, and by all means, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Get more subscribers. It's great. Recommend it to your friends so they can be subscribers too. But that's all I have for now. This is IBM Museum. Thank you.